Welcome to Not a Real Court. We have your host, of course, Kenny, the bad guy himself, and to my left,
That's me. I am
introduce
Matt.
yourself. And underneath me, we have,
Joe, that's a whoopee cushion.
yeah,
Is that the normal spot? Is Joe usually underneath you?
no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Phrasing.
You're not going to ruin
Phrasing.
my
Are we
intro.
not doing phrasing anymore?
We're not ruining my intro. So for today's episode of Not a Real Court, we are debating: is a door turned on when it's open or closed? So, Matt, which side are you arguing for? Arguing for? That's
Arguing.
crazy. Arguing.
Please argue.
Argue. Argue.
Right. This has been a hot topic thing, right? Just the what's the purpose of a door? So when a door is like turned on when it's working, is it open or is it closed? I think it's a great argument, but I think when you break down the what its purpose for, it's definitely when it's closed. That door is there to make it so that you are able to keep all the outside stuff away, so you can allow passage just as needed, but then keep all other things indoors to keep everything out that you think that you want to keep out in life. That door is there and it is on when it is closed, because otherwise it'd just be a hole.
Okay. Joe, what you got for this? What's your opening statement?
When the door is first installed, it is automatically closed, and you would need to first turn it on by opening the door. That is the use of it, to be able to go through things.
That's a hole.
It's not a hole, it's a door.
But what's the purpose of a door? That if your whole purpose is to allow passage, wouldn't you
would
just
need a
have
door.
well, your door is to close off passage for when you don't want it. Otherwise, again, you just wouldn't have a door on there. You just have the hole in the wall that you could then walk through. People have it so they can go from different areas of their house where they just want to allow passage, but just have things blocked off. You have a wall there and then just empty space. But when you want to keep people out or keep air in or keep yourself heat, all the things that you would want so that for protection, you would have that door closed. And that's when it's serving its true purpose.
Okay. Now, when you walk up to the door, you turn on the doorknob to open it.
I physically turn the doorknob, yes.
Yeah, exactly, because you're turning on the door.
So your definition of turning on is just the action in which you have to, like, I can turn the handle, but keep
Actions
the door
do
closed.
turn me on, correct.
I can turn the handle and have the door still be closed. I don't necessarily need that. I don't have to flip a light switch to have the light come on. I just have the breaker turned on.
So,
then you
Joe,
gotta go-
you're comparing.
You would be flipping a switch on the breaker box still, so that point's invalid.
Okay. I was about to ask something very similar to that. I was going to ask, if you're turning the doorknob, is that your way of pressing the power on button?
Exactly.
What do you think about
You're
that?
just- I guess you're just talking about the how. You're not talking about it actually being on, because look at the flipping the light switch. There's a lot.
It
other
is because
things
it's a
that have to
passage. It's a
happen.
fucking door. You need a door to go into things.
That's not what a passage is. You need a door to keep things out. You have a door on an airplane so that people don't go flying out the door.
And what, do you want to trap them in there? Do you want to trap them in there? The door's
No.
closed. Sorry. Can't turn it on.
Right, because at that point I don't want to let people out. I don't want that. Just the same reason why I'm going to close the door at night, because if otherwise I got deer running around my areas. Who knows what you have? You have Amish running around your areas. They're just riding their horse and buggies right into your house. There's no door to protect you and to keep that from happening.
Okay. Would you consider a trunk to a car a door?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Now, the electricity on the key, when you're pressing it to open the door, that would be turning it on, right?
Oh, so you're driving around with your trunk open because it's on?
No, but when you open your trunk, you would need to turn it on for it to open.
Oh, okay. Okay, so your act of turning it on and opening that is now making it usable. by just driving around with it open.
You don't have to drive. When I'm not talking about driving. I'm talking about opening the trunk.
I'm just saying, what's the point of that then?
Of opening the trunk to put shit in it.
I can go right from the other side. What kind? You need to get a bigger car, buddy. You just got one of those old sedans.
What the
It's
fuck
all
are you
about
talking about?
It's the SUV
You
life.
put
I don't
stuff
need
in.
to
What do you
hop
mean
off that.
get
I'm
into
going
the
from
vehicle?
other side.
I'm not getting into the trunk. I'm putting shit in it. The electricity is going to the trunk to open it, which was
Or-
turning it on.
Or you could have a Jeep where you don't have any doors or anything on there, and I can still get into the car and I can still drive around and I can still do all those things because
There's
the
no door.
door's job is to keep things out when you don't want it, not to let things in. Because again, if you didn't want things, if you wanted to just let everything in, you just would have an open space.
Okay. So when you walk into the grocery store and the door's open, the electric current is again hitting it, which would be turning it on to open the door.
I think we just have very different definitions. Like your idea of like turning it on is like this physical act of like flipping a switch or something. I'm talking about like the usage of it. The flipping a switch and turning a light on is not just about like I did this act and now it's on. It's on because it's providing light. It's off because it's not providing light. If the electricity goes out, I didn't flip a switch. Somebody ran into a telephone pole and exploded a transformer. Now I don't have power. That light's off. I didn't flip anything.
But again, you don't need electricity to keep the door closed. Therefore, it
Unless
would
you're
be
George
off.
Jetson.
So you would need that to turn it on. The door is turned on when it's open.
But its purpose, its whole purpose, just like the light's purpose when it's on, is to shine light so you can see. The door's purpose is to keep people out, to keep things out.
Why have a door then? Why not just have a wall? Why not just have a wall?
Exactly. Well, you don't want a wall. A wall is then just a spot because you're allowing something, but the whole purpose of the door is to have
to be
there.
open.
No,
is so you have passage.
Then you would just not have a door because then would you just leave that door open forever?
Just have a wall if you don't want people coming in.
But then how are you going to get out? Go back to your airplane. How are you going to get out?
I turn my door on.
Okay, how you're going to turn your door on, your airplane door on. How are you turning your airplane door on?
Pressing the button, turning the lever.
There's no button for the electricity in a goddamn airplane door.
Pulling the lever. Pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Grunk. Okay. I like this. Do you guys have any closing statements? You guys are really going in.
I'm just saying the whole fucking point of installing a door somewhere is for passage. It's not to keep people out.
It's to maintain that passage and to close it off when you are planning on keeping people out and all the things that are out there in the world.
Okay. I have made my decision. You both brought some really good points. I really liked the fact that you said, just turn the doorknob, open it, it activates it. I like that
at all.
I like that, but I also liked how you said there would be no, if like without a door, it would just be open space. I like that as well. So those 2 points really drove home for me. But I have to go with a door is on when it is open. The wall argument after that was also sealed me as well. You said it wouldn't just be a wall if it wasn't open. I like that. So I got to give it to Joe on that one. Joe is the winner of this round. And if you want to see more episodes like this where we argue two different sides like this, you just go to T1 then spell out 3 media.com. That is T1 spell out 3 media.com. And also check out get some merch too while you're at it. So T13media.com/store. Get that as well. So case closed.